The Able Carry Daybreaker is a 25-liter backpack designed for your outdoor adventures as well as your around town activities. Today we're going to be taking a look at the overall design and aesthetics, going to take you on a walkthrough of all of the features and organization, share my thoughts in terms of pros and cons and who this bag is for. So without any further ado, let's get into it. As I said, the Daybreaker is a 25-liter bag. It comes in two colorways and two fabrics. What I have here is the Castle Rock Gray in X-Pack, but it also comes in an all-black variant with a ripstop nylon Cordura. Both looked great, both claim to be water-resistant, but I do believe X-Pack is a more water-resistant fabric, so that's what I decided to opt for because I've been using this as my day hiking bag for the past couple of months since I got it. The X-Pack version comes in at $126, while the ripstop Cordura version comes in at $108. For that price point, you get a lot of value here as long as you're the right person for this bag. It's ultralight. It comes in at 560 grams, I believe, so just a little bit over 1 pound. It truly is super light and minimal and simple, which really made it a great day hiking bag for me, but I could definitely see the appeal if you're someone that likes to walk a lot of miles around town, if you commute to work on foot like I used to, or something like that where the ounces and pounds and grams really make a big difference on your back. I don't really see too many bags kind of filling this void in the market, so I was really happy to get my hands on this to test and try. Going over some of the external features, you have that Castle Rock Gray X-Pack, which I think looks great and definitely has a ton of benefits in terms of weather resistance. You also have all YKK zippers, and all of the exterior zippers are weather sealed, so that is excellent to see. You have pretty minimal branding. You have one Able Carry logo here as well as one on the shoulder straps. The shape of the bag is definitely unique and I am a big fan of it. It has kind of this 3D gusseted design, so you're able to really fit a lot more if you need to, but it's going to compress down and stay closer to your back when you don't have it full. I did also notice this is more of a narrow design in terms of width compared to a lot of other bags, so it's a little bit narrower and a little bit taller. I feel like it fits my frame pretty well. I'm 5'11". It definitely looks and feels small for a 25-liter bag, which is a huge pro in my opinion. Some bags will look oversized when they're really not. You're able to fit quite a bit in here just because it is kind of that simple empty shell design. It does include a sternum strap as well, so even if you are carrying a lighter weight setup, you still have that available. I'm not typically a sternum strap user for around town use, but if I'm hiking or backpacking, I love and depend on the sternum strap. You have a few different options for attachment points for it as well, so you can really dial it in where you need it. And speaking of attachments, you have quite a few little attachment spots around the bag, so if you do need to affix something with carabiners or anything like that, if you're out hiking, you have the ability to do so. You have one water bottle pocket, which is pretty narrow. It's able to expand out, but even my smaller water bottles do have a really tight fit in this thing. You do have a few drainage holes down here, not the most aesthetically pleasing, but very important if you do have sort of a weather resistant fabric for the water bottle pocket, because if you get any sort of moisture in here, you don't want it to sit and start to seep through on the inside or just, cause problems with having water sitting inside of your backpack. So it's able to drain out, which is really nice, though not the most aesthetically pleasing look to it, if I'm honest. You have one really thin basic handle on the top here, and then the shoulder strap padding and the back padding is extremely minimal, or I would almost say non-existent. You can tell this was designed first and foremost for the weight savings. So if you're someone that's going to carry this, you probably are going to have a pretty light load. I've been completely comfortable with this, getting up to a 10 to 15 pound range. Once you start getting up to 15 pounds, then you can definitely feel the lack of support. You don't have load lifters, you don't have a lot of this padding, but for a lightweight carry like this is designed for, it's excellent, and I've been able to keep all of my day hiking supplies in here and still be able to carry this very comfortably. Last but not least, for the exterior, you have one side zipper access pocket here, which is really great. So, if you have any quick access items, you have a little loop for keys here as well. Just nice to have a quick grab and go sort of spot. I use this for snacks a lot when I'm hiking. Getting into the inside of the bag, right when you open it, you have one more logo with a little bit more info and details about the bag. Details aren't completely necessary in my opinion to put so prominently, but hey, someone might like that. I do like the logo there though. I think that is nice. You have one zippered pouch here, and this essentially isn't actually a pocket, but it's a way to take out and remove the foam padding back support layer if you wanted to do so. I'm not exactly sure why you'd want to. If you're really trying to save and count grams, you could, but it's pretty thin and I would say pretty important to the comfort of the bag. One nice feature here though, this isn't a full big pocket, but you do have a little secret pocket that flips out, which I am a huge fan of, especially when you're hiking, which is what I've been using this bag for. You want to have kind of an area where you can tuck away things that you don't want to drop while you're in the woods or in the mountains, things like car keys and your wallet, stuff like that. I want to be able to still have on my person because I need to, but I don't want to have to worry about losing them when I'm hiking. You know, if I go on a break and pull out snacks or anything like that, I don't want to accidentally drop my keys out in nature. That would be a terrible idea. So I've been really liking this. So you can kind of tuck away those important items and you don't have to worry about losing them. If you're using this around town, this would be really great for added security, or if you're traveling, you know, put your passport in here or something. I think it might be a bit too small for your passport, but you get the idea. So you have a nice secret pocket that's tucked away. Anything you put in there is not going to accidentally fall out, which is a huge feature for hiking that I love. On the flip side, you have one mesh pouch here that you can keep a few random accessories that are pretty small. It's nice to have the mesh. You have a little bit of depth to it as well, so it's not just a completely flat pocket design. You also have one elastic sleeve that runs the entire back of the backpack. You could put a 15-inch laptop in there. My MacBook fits fine. I would assume the 16-inch MacBooks would fit as well, but this is also designed to be able to carry a water bladder. So if you are using this for hiking and adventures, you could fit a pretty large water bladder in here, and then you have a little attachment hook on the top as well, so you can run the tube out and be able to drink water while you hike. I don't have a water bladder personally, but it's something I would like to get down the road for day hiking. But otherwise, it is just one big empty shell in here. Not much else to report on the organization. Like I said, this thing is hyper focused on saving weight while still being comfortable. And I think it really does succeed at that. So who is this bag for? I'd say if you're someone that needs a good 25-liter backpack for hiking and sometimes around town use, I think this is perfect. You know, maybe this is a smaller capacity bag that you want to travel with to use at your destination. It's nice and lightweight, so it's not going to be cumbersome on your back. But definitely it doesn't have quite the amount of, you know, luxury and frills and comfort that I would typically look for in a regular around town bag. So I think for the hybrid user that leans more towards hiking than around town use or travel use, this thing is absolutely perfect. Or if you're someone that is just looking for a hiking bag, I think this is also an excellent choice, and I was so happy to receive it. And I got it a little late in the hiking season out here in Oregon, but I did get quite a few good hikes out of this thing before the mountains got all snowy and terrible. Aesthetically, I think it's great for an outdoor bag, but I would be a little hesitant. You know, in a more professional office setting, this might not be the look that you want to give off, but most of us are working from home nowadays anyway, but that is something to consider if you're looking for that hybrid bag. You know, it's mostly the X-Pack, so it's not even necessarily the fault of Able Carry. And they do have a ripstop nylon version of this that I think looks much more suited for, you know, office work and city work and stuff like that, but I really wanted the X-Pack for hiking. One other thing, I do wish the water bottle holder was able to fit a bit more. You know, you have an elastic band that runs along the edge of it here, but it is still very constricting and very tight. So even my smaller water bottles do have a bit of trouble sliding in and out of this. But otherwise, I love the fabric. I love the lightweight nature of it. For the overall size and minimal padding, I think this thing is extremely comfortable. I'm usually pretty picky when I'm out backpacking and hiking with my bags, and this thing has been very comfortable with that sort of low to moderate amount of weight. At the price point with the higher quality materials, I think this is an excellent buy if you're looking for that hybrid bag or a hiking bag. But if you are just dedicated and wanting something for city use and travel, I think there might be better options for you. I want to take a minute to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that is the Anker Nano Pro. In the sea of messy electronics out on the internet, you never know what you're going to get in terms of cables and chargers and batteries. Anker is always dependable, and I can always trust that what I'm getting is quality and works as advertised. The new Anker Nano Pro is a full 20-watt USB-C charger in the same form factor as the old 5-watt Apple brick. It charges 3 times faster than that original brick. It can actually take the new iPhone 13 from 0 to 50% in 26 minutes. On top of the quick charging, it's 50% smaller than Apple's 20-watt charger, and it comes in 4 colors. I'm a huge fan of this black color, but you do also have a blue, lavender, and white available as well. Huge fan of Anker products, as you all know from my use of them over the years, so be sure to check that out if you're in need of some power bricks. I'm still in the ongoing process of getting all of my electronics converted to USB-C, and it's an excellent step in that direction. So huge thanks to Anker Nano Pro for sponsoring today's video. But that about wraps it up for the bag. You know, it's simple, elegant, ultralight. I am a huge fan. I did want to take a minute at the end of this video to apologize to everyone for my sparse uploads lately. I've had a ton of stuff going on behind the scenes with some big client projects that just finished up recently, and also some stuff for YouTube that I'm really excited to share. So keep an eye out in the coming weeks. Regular weekly uploads will be resuming starting this week, so be sure to come back next Friday for a fresh upload, and you'll see those for the foreseeable future. Again, we're back to the regular schedule, and I've got some exciting stuff to show you in the coming weeks. Thanks so much for watching, and let me know if you have any questions down below in the comments. Let me know what day pack you use for hiking. Let me know what your best hike was this year. For me, it was the Goat Rocks Wilderness in Washington. Amazing hike. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.